part of our life skills that we're working on throughout the season. Alright, very important subject, and we're very excited to have Jill here to give us some advice from starting off with how you should spend your pocket money, but this will also help you later in life as well, I'm sure. Okay, so I'm going to pass over to Jill so she can give a proper introduction. We'll be nice and quiet and listen carefully. Alright, well done.
Thank you. Okay, as Tim says, my name is Jill Smith and I work for Ulster Bank in Belfast. And I have quite a nice job in that I get the opportunity to go out into schools right across the whole island of Ireland. So it could be in Dublin one day, or it could be in Priory College one day, or it could be here in an evening. And what I do is deliver financial education through a programme that Ulster Bank run called Money Sense for Schools. Now I know this is not a school, but all of you guys are within the age group of 11 upwards, and that's what the programme is actually designed for. And probably in your own schools you will do some elements of financial education through, do any of you do Learning for Life and Work?
Yes.
LLW. And do any of you do home economics? No? Yes. Okay. So some of the things that are available through the Money Sense site are actually part of those subjects on the school curriculum. And my role then is to go in and support teachers in actually showing them how to make those things real. You know, quite often teachers can teach the definition or the theory of some of those things, but they need to actually see how you put it into practical use. And that's what the Money Sense site's all about. So hopefully we'll get a chance to have a look at it. If we don't, I'm going to give you out these little pens. Now there is a knack to using these pens. Everybody immediately goes like this, thinking that they work. They don't. Well done, you've seen them before. You twist them, okay, and there's a little stylus on the end, so if you have a tablet or an iPhone, you can use that to click through. And the Money Sense for Schools website is on the side, so what I would encourage you to do, if we don't get a chance to see it, or even if we do, to go on and have a look at it in your own time, because there's lots of really good hints and tips and lots of really good activities that you can do to learn different things about managing your money. So do you want to give those out round that side for me, please? And then round that side. And if we don't have enough, I've got more in the car. I can get them in a wee second. Put it in bags. Or if you want to open an account, or if you need to borrow money, or you just need to talk to somebody about your account, you would speak to someone at the customer service desk. Up behind the counter then, you will see somebody mentioned adverts. Okay, a bank is just like a shop. It advertises products and services, and when we talked a few minutes ago about some of the services offered by banks, you mentioned things like loans and credit cards and savings accounts, and saving money and transferring money and changing into foreign currency. Those are all part of the services that banks offer, and they will advertise those because all of you have talked about different banks that you have accounts with. Some are with Danske, some are Santander, some aren't maybe sure. And they compete obviously to get your business, and they try to offer the best products for the customers. So if you're in a bank, have a look at some of the adverts that are up on the walls behind the counter. This is just that customer service desk up at the front here. You can walk in and say, I'm 11 or 12, I'm interested in opening an account. Could you tell me a little bit about it? And that might be something that you want to do over the next few weeks if you don't have an account. Okay? So the brochure where then you can get like free brochures in around the middle of the bank. You see the tables in the centre there, there'll be brochures there that you can lift up and have a look through. So your family's PIN numbers. By giving someone your PIN number, you're giving them authorisation to take money out of your account. Okay? And money's really hard to get. Some of you work for it, some of you get pocket money. And you don't really want somebody to steal your money, do you? So think about that whenever you're sharing things like your PIN number. You shouldn't be writing it down and you shouldn't be telling anybody it. When you go to an ATM, it's really important that you have a quick look around the ATM to make sure that there's nothing suspicious looking. Because one of you mentioned their little cameras. These people who like to steal money off people and defraud them have lots of different little tricks that they have up their sleeve to try and get money out of people's accounts, and one of them is to fit a little camera, and they fit the little cameras up above, so that if you imagine the ATM sits out like this, and they fit the little cameras in under the little canopy, and those cameras are the size of a pinhead. They're absolutely tiny, so you may not see them. But one of the other things they've actually started to do is to put a false card reader slot over the top. So it's plastic. So if you go to use your card, it eats your card, you're right. If you go to use your card and you feel your card sticking as it's going in, take it out again. Because quite often what they do is, you will automatically, if your card sticks, go into the bank and say, my card's got stuck. and in that sort of split second when you go in, the fraudster then removes the front of the machine, puts your card in and takes money because you put your PIN number in at this stage. So if you see anything at all, or if there's anybody hanging about the ATM or anything you're not happy with, take your card out and go and report it to either the shop or the bank that the ATM is attached to. Okay, can we do questions in a wee second? Is that okay? So I know I said not to share a PIN number, but I'm going to share this one with you. So remember 1569, okay? It's nobody's, it's just a fictitious one, unfortunately. So I'm going to show you how an ATM works. So this is your little plastic card. Does anybody know what that little gold square is? Yes.
No.
Anybody? Yes.
Well,
what did you say? Chip or a microchip? Well done. What's in that little gold square?
your membership, your money.
All your details, all your information, okay? Because it used to fascinate me how a machine knew that a piece of plastic was yours, and secondly, that it knew how much money was in your account. Did you ever think about that?
But is that not what that silver thing's for too?
No, the silver thing's a hologram, and I'll explain that in a second. Where else have you seen a chip?
Oh, like I see like on the store or something.
Possibly, yes.
Fish and chip shop.
No, unfortunately not.
Like in some toys.
And toys, where else?
The back of my dinner card.
Back of your dinner card, exactly, yeah.
On the back of my phone SIM card.
Well done, your phone.
Bus card.
Sorry?
Bus card.
Bus card or your PlayStation.
Bus
Or
card,
your
yes.
console. Delly, if you have a dog that's chipped.
Me?
Or a pet or a cat of any description, that has all your personal information in it. So when you're using your card, what you'll need to do is you will need to position it and put the chip in towards the slot, okay? So you click, you drag your card into the slot, and the card starts to read. So at this stage it starts to register and read the little chip, and it knows it's you. And it's now asking for your key or your PIN number. Now at this stage you have 3 attempts at putting your PIN number in, okay? If you put it in incorrectly 3 times, the machine eats the card. And the reason behind that is to protect you. If someone's stolen your card, or if somebody's found it, they will try as many combinations of numbers as possible to try and get your money. Does that make sense? So to protect you as a customer, the machine has a built-in mechanism that after 3 goes, it says, I don't know whether that's the right person, so it sucks the card in. And at the back of the machine there's a big bin, and all the cards fall into that, and I'll tell you about that in a second when we finish off. So we're going to put the PIN number in. Can anybody remind me?
1569.
Well done. 1569. 9. Okay. So we're going to do the PIN number right, and it brings you up a menu. So there's lots of things that you can do on an ATM. You can top up your mobile phone. You can change your PIN number. So if you're worried somebody knows it, you can get a mini statement which gives you details of what's gone in and out of your account. Okay, who can tell me what ATM stands for? Okay.
Admission.
No.
Admission.
No, that's wrong. Yes.
Automated.
Okay,
Automated.
No.
Automated.
Transfer.
Automated transmission.
Automated tally machine.
Well done. Automated teller machine.
Calculator.
Well done, Finn.
What a science. Hands down.
I'm a psych.
Hands down. Who can tell me what a PIN number, what PIN is, what PIN stands for? Yes.
I don't know.
Okay. Use your hand up.
Personal identification number.
Well done.
I was going to say that and I should have moved on.
Okay, there you go. I'll pass it on. Pass it on. Okay. Right, everybody sit down, hands down again. Okay. What is a chip? Something you get in the shop.
Something that holds like all your personal details.
Okay, and where would you see a chip?
Like on like a bank card or something.
Well done. Okay.
There's so much on this side.
I didn't spend anything because I get them in work as part of the job. Because if you look, they say money sense on the top of them.
Yeah, Ulster
Okay.
Bank money
Okay.
sense.
Trying to think of another question. Okay, so if you came into a bank, haven't even asked the question yet. Hands down. Okay.
This was a scientific calculator.
There's that. Let me think of another question. Okay, so when you're at an ATM, how many goes do you get at putting your PIN number in?
3.
Okay, pardon? 3.5. 3. Okay. And one final question. Now let me think.
Is Miss Smith.
I was going to say, what's my name? Okay. How long have I worked for a full Very sly. Okay. Who all got calculators?
Not me.
Yeah, we'll give a new one because you're visiting from another country. Okay. Alright. He's a special visitor.
Discrimination.
Okay, guys. Well, as I say, all these life skills are so important, and we really appreciate Jill for coming along tonight to share that. Now we've got our vice captain Dylan and also his teammate Billy that want to say a few words.
We'd like to thank you for coming out of your time to come down and teach us about money, and I'd like to say thanks because I think all of us have learned a lot.
Great. You're very welcome. Thank you very much for having me. Thank you all very much.
Didn't say anything.
Oh, and all about discrimination.
Yes, sir. So, okay, guys, well done for listening, and really big appreciation for Jill coming out because it's late in the evening, and I'm sure she's worked very hard today as well. So,
I'm very hard at the Prairie College today. They've worked very hard.
Where's Finland?
Thailand.